My partner for the cross-cultural collaboration project is named Allison. I've had the opportunity and the pleasure to talk to Allison multiple times over Skype. We've shared many different pieces of information about each other, and I'm glad that I had the opportunity to meet her. I'll start out by discussing her personal background. Allison was born in Ukraine, but at a very young age, she moved to Germany and is considered a German citizen. She has a German nationality. She currently lives in Cologne, where she's attending school, and has one sister named Elena. We discussed the education system in Germany to a great extent. I learned that the schooling is a lot different than it is in the US, where we would typically have elementary, middle, and then high school, followed by college. Um, Students in the German education system get divided into three different groups, where they will then learn and go on through school. So Allison graduated from high school, um, and then came to Cologne. She is always doing apprenticeships alongside her work here at Cologne, as well as other internships. It's hard to get into the technical nature of the education system, but right now at Cologne she is attempting to complete her degree, which will be in international business. Next, I'll get into some of the more specific details of the apprenticeships and internships that I mentioned. Internships are very important in Germany, whereas in the US, it's considered good to have one internship at least before you apply to a company. If you don't have at least 3 or 4 in Germany, oftentimes people will just turn you down. She explained that she did 7 months at BDO International, which was an accounting firm, and she also studied, or I should say, had her internship for a month fixed in the UK, which was very interesting. It's something that not most Americans get to do. She's also been a waitress, and she also does apprenticeships around the city of Cologne. For example, she worked at a registration hall for a while. And having this career diversity before you actually apply to a final job is not uncommon. We also discussed some things that Allison wants to learn. Allison is interested in learning about new cultures, and it really showed in my conversations with her. She has been um, trying to better her knowledge of English, and so as we speak, she's very open to not criticisms, but new words that I use, and also correct pronunciations, and she's doing a fantastic job. She also expressed some interest in learning more specifically what I do with computers, and also what I want to end up doing with my degree here at Whitewater. As I continued to speak with Allison, I learned that we had a lot of the same hobbies. Allison reads, and so do I. I typically would read history, but she would read action novels. She also plays PlayStation. We discussed some of the same games we play and found out we actually have a lot of the same interests, and we ended up exchanging our names online, and I should expect that we can play together sometime. She does a lot of traveling. She told me a story about a time where she wanted to go to Egypt, and so she booked a flight and flew out the next day. She's been to Spain, been to France, the UK, where she did her internship. She's been all over, even China included. And she lives a very busy life, and she enjoys it, as well as hanging out with friends, of course. Finally, what I find to be the most important aspect of this cross-cultural collaboration project is what I can learn from her. Um, I've learned a whole lot about Germany and talking and communicating with people from around the world. Of course, different parts of the world have different mannerisms, and it's important to know these when you're interacting with someone from another culture as to not offend them. I learned a great deal about life at Cologne University and schooling, structure, and general life in Germany. Um, in addition to that, I learned a lot about world cultures. She explained that in her travels, she is very open to meeting new people, and it's a very exciting thing for her. And I'm glad that I'm able to have this opportunity to speak with her because it was very enlightening.